Hi, I'm Morgan.
And I'm Jake, and this is
Neverland Navigation Radio.
And today we are feeling thankful for a bunch of stuff in the past year
Yeah.
at Walt Disney World and beyond.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's around Thanksgiving time.
Yes.
And around this time of year, we like to throw out a couple things that we have been particularly thankful for theme park wise.
Yeah, it's a good time to reflect.
Yeah, absolutely. So we're gonna go around the dinner table and we're gonna do voices for Mickey, Goofy,
No, we're
Donald.
not.
Okay, just testing. And we're gonna name a couple of things that we're thankful for. I'm excited for this episode because it does, like you said, it gives us a chance to kind of look back on some of the cool stuff we've been able to try and experience this year. So I've been looking forward to this episode for a minute now.
Yeah, we're very lucky human beings and lucky that we get to experience all this stuff. And it's nice to be able to sit back and think of things that we're grateful for.
Absolutely. What a fun list to make is a list of stuff that we were so excited to try
Yes.
or that we're looking forward to.
And this year, because we've done this in past years, this year we're focusing on things that are more from this year or new to us, even if they're not new to the world.
Right, yeah, because we can only speak on our experience, and hopefully you guys are down to listen along.
Yeah.
Before we dive into this discussion, though, we did want to say thank you so much for listening or watching. If you're listening on a listening platform like Spotify or Apple Podcasts, thank you so much.
We're thankful for you.
Yes, you're the first thing on the list. We're
Yeah.
so thankful for you. And we would be so thankful if you could help the show by subscribing and by leaving a review. It means a lot to us. It helps us so much. And the same goes for the YouTube channel. If you're watching the visual version of the podcast on the Neverland Navigation Co. YouTube channel, liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment is what makes the world of difference to us. So if you enjoy the show, we would be so thankful to see you in the comment section as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Also, I would be thankful if you are thinking about taking any kind of a vacation, if you sent me an email at neverlandnavigationco@gmail.com, because I am a free-to-you travel agent that can help you with your planning as little or as much as you want. And either way, you get free trip t-shirts from my 5-star Etsy shop. So it's kind of a win-win. You're also helping us, a small business. And yeah.
Absolutely, yeah. We would be super grateful to be able to help plan your next trip.
Right.
And maybe you would be thankful that you get free trip t-shirts.
Yeah.
Because that's a super fun bonus with planning a trip with Neverland Navigation.
Absolutely.
Or wait, let me try that again. All right. Are we ready to dive into this list?
I'm ready.
All right. We've kind of broken things up by categories here, as we like to do on the show. And we're going to start off strong with one of our favorite parts about any good theme park visit, which is food and drink.
Yeah.
Would you like me to start, or do you have a food?
Well, yeah, I'd like you to start. I'm interested because have we done a new sit-down restaurant this year?
I don't know that we've done a new sit-down restaurant. They did open in Japan. They opened a new sushi restaurant at a crazy price point.
Yeah, you guys, that's not that's at the bottom of our to-do list unless we start making a lot more money here.
Right, because we know only a small percentage of you guys are going to be experiencing that, and as far as we go, yeah, that's certainly going to be quite the... Like we said, one day, after a while of progress with the show, we'll do, a super fancy schmancy dining spectacular.
Although, I don't know that would be my first one. Would it be yours?
Absolutely not.
No, because there's Victoria and Albert's, which is crazy expensive. And then there's also, they've redone Monsieur Paul's in a way that it's wildly expensive.
Yeah, yes. So those are definitely on the list. I know we've been meaning to get to California Grill to review it as well. There's just
that
a
one's
bunch
not
of...
quite as high.
Right, no, thank goodness.
It can be.
If you do it crazy.
The Takumite,
I think so, yeah.
This is just off the top of my head. I
you know
probably
what we're
said that
talking
wrong.
about.
Yeah. That's a prefix, so you don't have a choice.
Right. You're forced.
Yeah, so is Monsieur Paul's.
Right.
Anyway,
so it's funny because what I have on here isn't new, and we do have a category later for stuff that is not new but is new to us, but I had to put on here I, for the first time this year, tried the ahi tuna nachos at
Oh,
Yak and Yeti in
yeah.
Animal Kingdom, and I've been hearing and reading hype about it for years, but I'm not a big, really any seafood person. I'll
Yeah.
try stuff here and there, but it's usually not my go-to order. We finally tried this, and it was so, so delicious. It is definitely one of my standout.
Did you go the other day with Tori?
No,
We'll have to go next
we
time.
really thought about it. They didn't have any reservations. They didn't have any walk-in space for us as well. They weren't on the what do you call walk-in list.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's definitely something that I need to go back and do again. I've done it a couple times now, and I will definitely
Oh,
come back for
so
more in the
good. So
future.
good.
So
Yeah.
good.
I'm grateful for those as well.
Yeah, they
I
definitely.
didn't know if you would like them as a non-seafood lover.
Yeah, that was actually what I was. I guess that's what I was concerned about. But
Hmm.
they're so well done. It feels like a really nice, fresh, high quality tuna topping that they have on there, and all of the flavors and the spices and the textures are so good
Oh
together.
yeah,
I
the
would.
textures. Wonton like chips are amazing.
Who knew?
Who knew? And the
So good.
sauces. I always ask for extra sauces.
Oh yeah, that definitely makes
Mm,
it.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you have on food and drink?
Okay, so mine is new this year,
What is
but
it?
some of my stuff is not new this year. It's new to me.
That's
So
okay.
that is that makes sense for us this year, I think. So
Yes.
my food this year is actually from Gaston's Tavern, and it is the ham and Gruyere tart.
Oh yeah, that's kind of new
Ooh,
because that wasn't on the menu when
right.
it opened, so
Yeah,
it's got to be
that's
at
new
least
for
kind of new.
2024.
Right. Cool.
Yeah. I mean, unless it was on a while ago and they took it away and then brought it back, but I don't think so. I
No,
think
I
it's
think
just
you're
new.
right. Yeah, it's
It
new.
is so good, you guys. And this kind of could qualify as a snack, but I didn't know. So
Yeah,
they serve it with a bag of chips and call it a meal, which is kind of wild.
kind of
But
funny.
yeah. But this could qualify as a snack too. It is so good. It is like a kind of a buttery tart like pizza crust type situation, but it's like
Yes.
croissanty, and then it's got the Gruyere and the ham. I believe they've got like a bechamel sauce on there, although I
Hmm.
could be wrong, but it's got all of that,
That white
like,
creamy sauce.
yes,
Hmm.
that savory umptuousness that is just amazing. And I don't even like ham, you guys, and I love this.
Yeah, I actually thought that this was really, really good. I thought this
Yeah.
was the perfect addition to their menu as well. Because what we are normally going in for is the cinnamon roll, which they are kind of well known for at this point.
Or the gray stuff cupcake.
Or the Great Stuff Cupcake, that's
Mm,
good too.
yeah.
But in terms of like a really good savory offering, they didn't really have one.
I would say that Magic Kingdom in general, it was kind of low on savory snack or quick serve lunch options, and this really made my day when it came out and we
Hmm.
tried it. Yeah,
Completely agree. I thought it was delicious. I thought it was a good choice to have Gruyere on there
oh yeah.
because what kid is gonna order Gruyere? It's cool to have like something for the. I feel like that's more for the adults.
I don't know. It depends on your kid, but like a lot of
That's
kids
true.
are doing better with than back when we were kids
Yeah, that's fair.
at some expanding their horizons as far as culinary stuff goes, thanks to their parents like letting them try more stuff when they're younger. So maybe your kid would like my teenager loves it.
Oh yeah, if your kid is into Gruyere, more power to you. They can hang out with
Well,
us.
even if they don't, yeah, I would try it even if it.
Yeah, just don't tell them there's a
Yeah,
fancy cheese in there. Just tell them it's
sure.
yeah, whatever.
Well, it's from Beauty and the Beast. What could go
Oh,
wrong?
it's enchanted.
Yeah.
It was really good.
Yeah. So Jake made this list of categories, and I saw you put drink on there,
Hmm.
and I've racked my brain, but I couldn't really think of a drink that I am thankful for in this year 2024 at Disney World.
Okay.
I'm more of a free water kind of girl when it comes to Disney. What about you?
We generally do go the free water route. Stay hydrated out there. The sun is sure hot. But one time we did try a lavender lemonade in
Oh
Epcot,
yeah,
in the World
that was
Showcase
beautiful.
Promenade, right there at the beginning of the loop. And that was really good, huh?
Yeah.
We liked the flavor of that. It's a
I love
little.
the aesthetic of it more than the flavor of it. You have to like lemonade to like it. You know what I mean?
That's true. It was a little bit of a sweet lemonade. And we like,
Kind of a slushy.
yeah.
Nice in the
That's a
summer.
great way to describe it. It was a slushy. But the hot day that we were having, it was so refreshing and it's really cute and Instagrammable. So I don't know. I would probably get it again. I liked it. I
Yeah.
didn't put a drink on here.
What was that? That was the Flower and Garden Festival.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I think that was what that was.
Yeah. Because it had a flower on.
Oh yeah. Flower garnish. That's how you know.
Yeah.
I also put on here though. We dipped our toe big time into Universal this year.
Hmm.
So sporadically throughout this list, I believe that we'll have some Universal throughout, and I think this will be the first one that I'll mention because in food and drink, we have been delighted by the Three Broomsticks restaurant in Universal Orlando
Yeah.
this year, and I had to put it on here because we have had nothing but good experiences despite some high wait times on busy days. We've had nothing but good food and drink experiences in there, so I figured it deserved a little shout out on the list.
Absolutely. That's the one I put on mine too. I put
Oh, good.
specifically fish and chips and then butterbeer in all three forms. I like it.
Those fish and chips were really good.
They were
huh?
really good. Yeah. And the butterbeer, I'm like addicted. It's crazy. So that this is the kind of thing that in Disney they haven't made a drink yet that has me spending what is it, $8 or $9 every time I go, but
Yeah.
Universal got me. I
Yeah.
can't get out of there without spending $10 or $20 personally on butterbeer. So good for you.
It is so good. What is your favorite? If you could pick a favorite of the three, could you pick a favorite?
I think I like just the regular cold one.
Cold.
That's
Not frozen, not hot, just the cold, the classic.
But I truly liked all three.
I feel like
And-
it's nice that you can have a different one for different circumstances.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'm excited to try some of the butterbeer desserts.
Oh yes, we haven't even
Yeah.
broke the ice on
Yeah.
those.
But I
I
was a big butterscotch flavor fan to begin with.
hmm
I always wondered why that wasn't more popular, like coffee syrup and stuff like that.
Right.
So they kind of, I mean, perfect for me.
They got you.
Yeah.
Understandable for sure. We've had other things there as well. I had a shepherd's pie once. We've tried a bunch of the different menu options, and all of the food has been pretty good as well. We've really had no complaints with quality as far as the offerings go.
At
Three
the Three
Broomsticks.
Broomsticks, I have found that the soup isn't very hot.
Oh, really?
Twice we've tried soup.
Wow. Okay. Well, there you go.
Yeah.
What kind of soup was that? Do you remember?
Yeah, they have a potato and leek, and then they have a split pea and ham.
Okay. And you tried
Both.
Oh, you tried both.
Yeah.
And they were both not hot enough.
Yeah, and not flavorful enough, in my
See,
personal opinion.
I wouldn't know that. I don't know
You
if
don't
the
eat
audience
soup.
knows this, but I don't like soup.
Yeah.
So I have never ordered soup.
It's a textural thing for him.
It's a textural thing for me.
It's a weird blanket statement because people are like, "What do you mean you don't like soup?" Like, there's like 500 different flavors of soup. How can you not like all of them?
It's true, and some of them are.
But what about the brothy ones?
Some of them are better than others. The brothy ones are actually my least favorite.
Oh.
I like if I am gonna eat a soup, not to go too far to this, I'll eat a creamier soup,
Oh, okay.
like
Interesting.
a tortilla soup, even like a pumpkin soup or something like that. I can
Mhm.
kind of get behind. It's just something about the like broth, the hot broth, the mushy food on the inside. It does not work good for me. I don't know what the problem is, but yeah, that's just something about me that I don't order very much. Although if you are ordering soup, I would want my soup to be hot.
Yeah.
So that is not.
Every once in a while, I do love soup. Every once in a while, I get you to try one and you like it, okay?
Yeah, I like it, and it's usually the creamier ones. If
Yeah.
it's like a super brothy soup, we're probably not gonna like it, so I don't even try. All right, well, hey, that's pretty good for food and drink. Hopefully there's something on there that maybe you've tried and enjoyed or that you would like to try.
Yeah.
Along those same lines, we have on here as a category snacks, so I'm gonna let you go first this time.
Okay, so this one's new to me, but I have no idea how long they've been serving it.
Okay.
But for this year, for the first time, and I don't know what the heck happened because this is like all my favorite stuff combined. But I don't know how I've missed it for so long. I
What
think
is it?
location, and it is the pretzel bread pudding in Germany
Oh.
in Epcot.
Right,
So
I remember you telling
you've
me
got to
about
go back till you're practically inside the beer garden restaurant, and then turn around and face the other direction. And there's a little like not stand,
this. Yeah.
a little
window.
in there where you can get a couple of things like beer. I don't remember what else except for this.
This.
The pretzel bread pudding is fantastic.
Yeah, I've never tried this. Can you walk me through? Normally, bread pudding is kind of sweet. Walk me through the flavor profile of a pretzel bread pudding.
Yeah, it is sweet. I
Okay.
believe they were just genuinely taking old like soft pretzels and tearing it up and making it into bread pudding.
Sure.
But so it's got the saltiness, and I love a sweet and salty combination.
Yeah.
And then it's got a sauce over the top, which is probably like a vanilla cream sauce of some sort.
All right.
So sweet, has that nice soft texture that I like. Some people don't love that. And then the bit of saltiness, I think, really, really adds to it. And you get a little bit of the yeasty pretzel flavor. You know what I mean?
I like that.
So good.
Wow, we should not have done this before I ate,
I
because
know,
that
same.
just made me hungry. You describing that made me.
I didn't know you hadn't had it, so we'll have to go get it.
Yeah, well, we'll be in Epcot
Yeah.
soon enough, surely. All right, very cool. I
What about
definitely need
you?
to try that. I can't believe we have something on the list that one of us hasn't tried. I have cookies from Summer House on the Lake.
Oh, that's such a good one.
This is new this year. We tried it and we really liked Summer
Yeah.
House on the Lake. We thought it was fun. We haven't had
So I have tried new restaurants. They're just in Disney Springs. There's
Yes.
also that one that is called
Mm.
EET.
Yes.
Is it
I think that's right.
E?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. That's very good too. Just a little expensive.
And that's like brand new as
brand
well.
new.
Yeah.
And then Summer House on the Lake, I've eaten there too.
Yeah.
But the cookies,
Right. That's what I'm talking
you
about.
go on.
I'm actually
Maybe-
talking about the cookie bar. Because
Yeah.
we haven't, there's also a sit down restaurant in
Mhm.
Summer House of the Lake. We have not tried that yet.
Michael and I have.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
How did you find it?
It was good.
It was good?
It's not like I have to go back here.
Well, yeah. That's why it's not in the food and drink category. The cookie bar we thought
The
was like.
cookie bar I will go to every time I go to Disney Springs.
Yeah, it was really, really good.
Yeah.
We have tried a bunch of stuff there now. We tried a big pink cookie.
I
from
can't get
there.
past the one thing I get every time.
You get a Rice Krispie
A
something.
brown butter Rice Krispie treat.
That was so good.
Ugh, I get it every time.
That was really
Even
good.
if I don't eat it then, I'll take it back and have it the next day.
And you might think, what is so special about a Rice Krispie treat?
It's the salt.
They-
This again.
They bake it with love.
No, they bake it with brown butter, so it's salty. It's got a little bit of salt to it, and this is me again with my salty sweet.
So good.
What's your favorite cookie?
Honestly, my favorite thing that I tried from there was actually that brown butter Rice Krispie treat
it's
thing.
so good.
But we tried a bunch of cookies that I really enjoyed. I had a peanut butter
Yeah,
cookie from
right.
there, and it was so.
It had like chopped peanuts on it.
That was delicious.
I love the pink one.
The pink one was really good. We did
It
film.
is flamingo pink, you guys.
Oh yes, it was flamingo pink. We decided that was really good. The cookie. There's also a lot of nice little seating space in and outside of the cookie bar for you to take your cookie, or you can take it on the run. They're really good to take back home to someone because they're a well-contained little cookie.
Yeah.
Between Gideon's and Summer House on the Lake, there's a lot of good cookie snackage going on at Disney Springs in this
Yeah.
moment.
Yeah.
So we're happy about that. What is your snack?
Oh my gosh. Well, my snack was the pretzel bread
Oh, I
pudding,
already
but
asked
this
you.
also reminds me of something else new I tried this
Tell
year.
me.
May I?
Yes. of
Okay.
course.
So in Disney Springs also, because apparently my brain just wasn't there when I was making this list,
Mhm.
there was a Christmas in July cupcake at Sprinkles
Oh.
that was to die for.
What was it?
It
Flavor wise?
what was it flavor wise?
Did it look Christmassy?
Yes, but
Okay.
it also had a Christmas flavor.
Cool.
And I don't want to say specifically because I don't remember, but I just remember thinking this was so, so good. I want to go back tomorrow and get another one.
Well, describe the appearance.
looking it up?
Yeah,
Good.
describe the appearance of the cupcake, and then maybe I can get into the flavors once I look.
Well,
at it.
it had Christmas sprinkles on it, obviously, and just an overall Christmas look. And there was something in the middle. I'm going to wait for you to find it so that I'm not like misrepresenting this cupcake, but it was very good. I think that Sprinkles seasonal cupcakes are my favorite.
Yeah.
Like I told you guys last year, the Pride cupcake that they have in June
Ooh.
is like my favorite because it is a strawberry cupcake with sprinkles in the
Did it look
middle.
like this?
and
We're looking at a video right now on the
yeah,
sprinkles.
yes,
Okay,
that
this
is what it looked like. It had the sprinkles and then a little candy cane.
It's
Does it say what the flavor is?
It is. It's a vanilla cake lined with sugar cookie crust, studded with sprinkles, topped with a vanilla buttercream frosting with green and red sprinkles, and
Oh,
a
yes.
homemade sugar cookie in the shape
It
of a
had-
candy cane
Right.
added on top.
It was the flavor of a like a Christmas sugar cookie.
Yeah,
But they nailed it.
that sounds
how,
really good.
You know how you make, or a lot of people make, Christmas sugar cookies at home?
Yeah.
And they've got icing on them,
Mhm.
and they're shaped like trees or candy canes or whatever.
Yes.
It nailed that flavor.
Really?
And it was like
I
the
love
middle
this.
of July, which is when I'm really craving Christmas. I'm like,
Mhm.
okay, it's been too long. I'm going crazy. So
yeah,
yeah.
you needed your Christmas fix.
Yes.
Okay, great.
That was really good.
Next July, I'm going to be on top of that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not going to
and
miss it
they
again.
only did it for like a week. They didn't do it the
Yeah.
whole month of July, which was a bummer. So, like, hopefully next year they'll do the whole month of July, because it's Christmas in July.
Look out for our TikTok next year, our
Yeah.
Instagram reel of us trying this, hoping that it is the entire month of
Yeah,
July.
they're on Instagram. I did make a post about it, but
Yeah.
it was just a little post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's awesome. I definitely need to try that. Sprinkles, like you said, the seasonal aspect of sprinkles, that they have seasonal flavors, is probably my favorite thing about them.
Yeah.
And who doesn't love a cupcake from a vending machine? Have fun.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I don't do the vending machine though. I'm always worried about it.
Tell the people why.
It makes me nervous. It's a vending machine.
That it's gonna like crush up the cupcake?
I don't know. I just don't mean. I guess we'll have to do it and record it.
You
so that
don't
we
trust technology
I
to
don't
handle your
trust it.
cupcake.
No.
I
I
understand.
want a human handing me a cupcake.
Well, luckily for us, we normally go when the location is open, so we don't ever have to mess with the cupcake
Vending machine. Yeah. I don't know. Well, maybe we try that at some point. Did you have a universal snack?
Oh, actually, I did not. We haven't actually tried that many snack type foods at Universal. Although I will say, yesterday we were at Universal Studios and we did enjoy their big pink donut.
That's what I put. I
Oh,
said
really?
if frozen butterbeer doesn't count, because butterbeer's my go-to, then I guess the big pink donut. It won't like.
It was good.
It was really good. I was so worried because of how big it was that it was going to be a cake donut.
Yeah.
And I don't hate a cake donut, but to me, it's not when I think donut, I think yeast donut.
Same.
But I was saying to Jake, I was like, I don't know that a donut this big would even fit in a fryer. So I don't think it could be a yeast donut.
We were trying to figure out how it was possible.
Yeah, but look at that.
It was good.
It was a yeast donut.
And
it
we
was
picked
really
at
good.
it for like an hour or two to like eat the whole thing. And that's a fun experience, walking around with your donut.
Your cake box with a donut inside.
I know, it really was huge.
Yeah.
It was so big. We're gonna upload a video of us comparing it to the big pink Joffrey's donut at Walt Disney World.
Yeah.
I think you can guess who wins based on our description, maybe. But stay tuned to
We really like the Joffrey's one.
We did like that one too. Stay tuned
I
to
really
the...
think we need to buy one and take it to the other location and try them actually side by side.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I know
I'm
it's
down.
a lot, but
No, that's okay. We can transport a donut.
yeah.
I have faith in us. All right, well, look out for that. Next up on here, we have new attraction. I put an attraction that is not new, but has been completely made over this year.
Oh, we put the same thing.
Oh, I'm sure. There has been kind of the only couple things that have opened in Disney World this year are the front half of Epcot is done opening with its new stage and its new area. Tiana's Bayou Adventure opened this year, and what I put on my list was the Country Bear Musical
Same.
Jamboree, which, yeah,
I
we
know
really
that's
enjoyed.
sad. I know that's kind of sad.
It's a personal preference.
I
This is our
know,
list.
But we and the rest of the world expected Tiana's to be so mind-blowingly amazing, and I think expectation is the problem.
It is. We really ramped ourselves up that this was going... Well, Disney did a great job of making us super excited for
I thought it was going to be the best thing ever, so it was a little disappointing.
The animatronics in it, when functioning, are very, very cool.
I do love the animatronics.
Yeah, they're definitely my favorite part of the whole experience, and
the story just didn't make sense to me, and that it didn't bother me very much when I was on it, but then when I got off of it, it just kept like kind of
nagging at
me.
Yeah, the story of the attraction was a little bit... For us, it was the disappointing element of it. Obviously, the ride is still fun because it's still the same ride track as Splash Mountain. And if
Assuming
you
thought that was fun to begin with.
Yeah, if you like getting wet and you like, dropping down the big drop, then you'll still enjoy that. And I definitely enjoy looking at the Tiana and Louie and Mama Odie animatronics, and I like the music in there. So there's a lot that I like about it, but the story really bothers me when I'm writing it.
Yeah.
So I have a hard time
Yeah.
getting into the.
Definitely worth doing once. We're not at all saying don't do it.
Yeah, hop on board. Come on down to the party, y'all.
Yeah.
But what really stole our hearts, turns out, was something that we didn't even know that we were gonna like at all.
Exactly.
Which
we
is
were
the
worried
Country
about
Bear
this.
musical jamboree.
Yes. This is something we were, and this is, it might again be an expectation thing because we weren't expecting something we'd love.
We were like, they're messing with the Country Bears, darn it.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
I didn't really. Oops.
This is our. Oh, can we hear Morgan? She dropped her magical microphone friend.
There we go.
It's a risk to mess with a classic attraction.
It is a risk.
We are home of the original Country Bear Jamboree, right? Sorry to quiz you. It's okay.
No, it's okay because I did the research project on it, but that was been like over a year.
The Country Bear Jamboree, actually, I will say, was one of the things that we like to do a lot because it was a good refuge from the heat. And also, it's been around for so long. It had so many of those songs that we were surprised they were still letting live on in a Disney park that had like weird lyrics that they might not necessarily okay today.
Right.
So we were kind of happy that it was still alive. Ours is the first one. It opened in 1971 and Disneyland's opened in 1972. So we were concerned that they were messing with the original Country Bear Jamboree. However,
well, yeah, and Disneyland's is gone.
And Disneyland's is gone altogether.
Right.
However, when we experienced the attraction for the first time, we were delighted by the following things. Number one, they completely Morgan hates this. Reskinned and reprogrammed the animatronics, so they are beautifully fluid. They don't make as many clicking, cracking noises.
Well, they look the same though. A lot of times when you say reskinned, shudder, it means that they.
The Halloween episode is over, Morgan. We can't say reskinned anymore.
Yeah,
they were a little on the clunky side previously. You mean they're like their fur appearances.
Sometimes you say reskinned and it means this was the Wicked Witch of the West and now it's a character from Star Wars.
Right.
Not that we're saying that happened.
No.
There's no proof of that.
There's no proof of that. That's a conspiracy theory, you guys. We have brought it up on the show before.
But in this case, they're like...
They got new skin. The same skin, just new skin.
Yeah? Okay, I don't even totally get it.
Oh, I think they just put...
You think they took them off and washed them? Put them
No, I think they made new ones.
You do? I do.
Yeah, they look fresh. They look beautiful. I don't...
He notices the technical stuff, like with costuming, because of his theater background way more than I do. So I don't know about all that. I know that they don't click and squeak and grind or whatever.
The technical efficiency of them is actually something that I think is one of my favorite parts about the new update as well. They're just so fluid and expressive now.
Yeah.
And they used to be kind of clunky. They also got all new costumes.
Yes.
Which is very fun. And this one helps me enjoy the show a lot. They completely redid the sound system in there.
Yes.
So now the sound is crystal clear, HD audio, and it is truly a wonderful listening experience to hear the Country Bear Jamboree sound so new and shiny and good. And then the thing that we were worried most about was the content change, which was they completely rewrote the show, basically.
They did, yeah. But I think to me, it's for the better if you're like, so if the nostalgia part of it is going to bother you, then it's going to bother you. You know what I mean? But I think that this was the only way they were going to keep them alive.
Yeah.
Because it was starting to border on inappropriate in today's time. Which is so funny. It's so funny how that works.
Yeah, some of the lyrics were head-turning.
Yes, if you really think about it.
Yeah, we don't need to get into it, but...
We've gotten into it a lot.
Yeah, but a couple of them were genuinely jarring to hear in a Disney theme park in the modern age, just because you think, Disney? That's not on brand for you.
Right.
It was in the past, but it's really not anymore. So replacing things with some more memorable or more currently relevant Disney soundtrack staples like Bare Necessities,
Uh-huh.
Remember Me from
Yeah,
Coco. Yeah, some of those songs I feel like it kind of just made sense to gel them. And they didn't do it in a shoddy, rushed way. They're completely new country western
that's what I
orchestrations.
mean.
The
Yeah.
vocals are great. You know, it's
Yeah.
not a rush
And
job.
it's still funny.
Yes.
Humor is the thing I was worried we would lose in this transition, and we would go from a funny show to a cheesy.
Mickey
We're
Mouse
just yeah, we're
Review.
just singing these songs that you've heard a billion times. But some of the songs they chose are not utilized in other places in Disney World, which I appreciate.
I love my favorite of all of them. You can tell me your favorite. My favorite song that they added was Try Everything from Zootopia. They reorchestrated it into this like fiddle heavy country western number,
Yeah.
and I thought that was really cool because it sounds so different from the Shakira Zootopia
Yes.
original version. I thought that was awesome.
I like the Bare Necessities. It's the one I was guessing they would use.
Of course.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me.
Absolutely.
And I love that song.
Yeah,
And it's not used very much.
hardly ever.
Yeah.
You hardly ever hear that. So yeah, like you said, hearing those songs that you don't hear all the time at Disney, that was fun to
Yeah.
hear all those.
Yeah.
All right. Did you have a new You had the same thing?
Yes, I had the same thing in Disney World.
Okay.
For Universal, I put Velocicoaster.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know if that's fair at this point, because to be honest with you guys, we've only been on it once.
Mm-hmm.
Because we are Disney people that are new to Universal. That's
Absolutely.
so this is just like this year, a thing that we're doing is kind of a bit of comparison. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. I had this under the new discoveries portion, but I am happy to talk about it now. And clearly, even though we've only ridden it once, it made enough of an impression on you to include in the list. So would you like to discuss what about Velocicoaster made you add it to this category?
Sure. I think that the queue is amazing.
Yeah.
Universal does a good job on their new rides with the queue. So does Disney now. And the roller coaster itself is thrilling in a wild way, where you're doing lots of upside down, there's a couple of launches, you're going very fast. But the thing that blew my mind is that it's just a lap bar.
Yeah.
There's no shoulder restraints, which we only went on it once, and that's all I could think about. I can't believe this is just a lap bar. I can't believe this is just a lap bar. I can't believe this is just a lap bar. So
it was wild.
So I'll be interested to see how I feel about it after going on it a few more times, when I can actually think about other things, like looking around and experiencing the thrills in a way that I'll stop feeling like, wait a minute, if it's just a lap bar, am I gonna fall out?
I know, right? I mean, considering all of the inversions and the rolls and everything that you do on that ride, the fact that it is just a lap bar is surprising.
Yeah.
Because we are definitely from a generation where if you have, I guess this is, I don't know, where if you have a roller coaster like that, over the shoulder restraints are what you have, and they're great to hold on to, and you feel really locked in.
Yeah.
There's a new feeling of danger and risk associated with having just a lap bar. I never really felt like I was going to fall out of the roller coaster.
Oh, really?
Although it was something I was
I
always
did.
thinking about.
Well, okay.
You know?
I didn't feel like it's just, yeah, I've never been upside down without a shoulder restraint.
It
ever.
was a crazy feeling.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah,
it was a
on
crazy feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I will be interested to try it again. I will say it was definitely a smooth roller coaster, and that second launch is awesome.
The feeling is so intense on the second launch. It is really smooth. I was so impressed by the track layout. It's really unique.
Yeah.
There's one portion of the ride where it takes you through a portion of the track and then kind of loops you around and has you follow a similar path again.
Yeah.
And it makes you feel like you have no idea where you are. And then you kind of look up and you're over the water. And then you're being rolled over the water just a few feet above the surface. So it is a wild, disorienting feeling, but
Yeah.
it is a crazy rush, and I cannot wait to do it again.
Yeah. Oh, and congratulations to Chris Pratt for being the icon of my favorite ride in every park that I've been to.
Oh my gosh.
You know what I mean? He is the spokesperson for Velocicoaster.
Uh-huh.
My favorite ride of all time is Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind, which he's a big part of in Epcot. And then my favorite ride in Disneyland is Guardians of the Galaxy Mission Breakout, which is, I'm like, what is happening?
Whoa.
This guy knows rides, I guess.
Yeah, he really gets looped in on all the good ones.
Yeah.
That's real. I never thought about that before.
It's crazy.
We've got to make you a Chris Pratt t-shirt of some kind.
I guess.
All right. Well, hey, I never thought about that, but that's so funny.
Yeah.
But Velocicoaster was awesome.
Yeah.
We were nervous about it. It is way more thrilling than the rides that we are kind of used to riding.
Mm-hmm.
But we both agreed after getting off of it that it was awesome and that we would be happy to experience it again. So,
right.
Velocicoaster for the win.
Yeah.
The next category on here is ride announcements. Has there been a ride announcement within the past year? We did have a D23 this year, that you are especially excited for in the coming couple years.
Yeah. Do you want me to go first? You can go first.
Okay.
Go ahead. We might have the same one.
I put Maleficent Coaster.
Okay, we don't have the same one.
Now, this was not announced by name. It was pictured in concept art. So this is like...
So we puzzled this together. It's not promised.
You've got to take it with a grain of salt, because anything in the first round of concept art for a new land is liable to go away. Absolutely. At the same time, I cannot...
Or it could wind up being... ridiculous.
Right. Or totally different, or a different ride system. It could change anything. But just the idea of having a thrilling dark roller coaster with the theme of Disney villains in the concept art, it's kind of got the style of an encounter with the Maleficent dragon who breathes fire. If they get anywhere close to that, that will be my new favorite ride. That is amazing. I love the concept of that. I feel like, first of all, way back when we started doing our little armchair Imagineering series on this show, we thought about what a Villain's Land might be, and this is what we agreed was a must-have attraction in a Villain's Land, was a Maleficent fire dual roller coaster.
Right.
So seeing it in the concept art made me gasp. I was like, oh my god, there it is. So if that comes to fruition in any meaningful way, I will absolutely be stoked for that. I can't help but be excited for it,
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Fair.
What if we go on it and it's awful?
Well, that's what I know.
These are the risks we take.
It's a huge risk with this one because they've given us nothing.
I know, right?
So you're building it up in your brain.
It's all in my brain.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that's almost not fair.
I can't help it.
What are you going to do?
That's what I'm excited about. If I had to give one that we know...
That's their fault.
It is their fault. They showed it to me. If there's one that we know more about that I'm more excited about, it's actually the Encanto ride that they're putting into Disney's Tropical America's land that will be replacing Dinoland USA and Animal Kingdom. It's going to be a story trackless dark ride through the Casita, the enchanted house from Encanto, and I love the music from that ride, and I think the idea of taking a magical journey through that setting, I can already, feel it, see it in my brain.
No. He's doing it again. But I know that one.
Here I go, getting carried away.
Now, I believe that because they've given us the information that they've given us, that you're right about that.
Yeah.
And the same goes with the one that I choose.
What did you choose?
I chose the Monsters Inc. roller coaster, which is going to be the Doors roller coaster.
I thought you might.
I feel like I have enough information to know what that's about going to be like.
Yeah.
I don't think they could really disappoint me because it's self-explanatory. Unless all of a sudden it's a simulator and not an actual roller coaster.
That would be crazy.
Yeah, that would be something.
That would be totally different.
Yeah. But that's not what they said, so I think we're pretty safe. I'm very, very excited for that. I hope that it doesn't take away Muppets Vision 3D.
Do you want to hear what I think could be the worst case scenario of this? Just so you can set your...
Okay, yeah.
I think it could
Kiddie
be.
roller coaster?
I think it could be all screens. I think it could be you get on the door vehicle and you pass by screens, and that's the whole ride.
Like in Cosmic Rewind?
Like Cosmic Rewind, but without all the fun spinning and the dynamics that make that ride really fun, the music.
But practical effects of doors would be so easy.
Yeah, I think there will probably be doors along the track that you're on, because theoretically, from the concept art, they're pitching that you're going to be like clung onto a door.
Right.
So you'll probably be with other doors on a track, and you'll be on the door track from the movie. But what I'm afraid of is that will be the only piece of physical set, and that everything else will be screen. I think that might be the worst case scenario.
Maybe,
yeah. However,
we'll see.
There is a scenario where it's almost like it fuses practical set, like kind of like Velocicoaster, where it fuses practical set and are there any screens on Velocicoaster now?
No, but there's like no practical set either. It's just an outdoor roller coaster when you boil down.
Well, it's got all those like mountains and cliffs and all those things that you weave between and almost hit. You know, all those spires that
sure.
the things are on. Those are kind of cool.
See, this is what I mean.
Sets.
I hardly noticed that stuff because I was just thinking lap bar,
we're gonna
die.
It's also an indoor roller coaster, so it's a totally different. It's probably going to be more comparable.
I don't mind
rock and roller
screens as much as you do. If they do a good combination of practical effects and screens, I'll be okay with it.
I would be okay with that too.
Yeah,
I would definitely be okay with that too. But anyway, the door coaster is something that we've been dreaming about for a long time, so I definitely understand the excitement for it. If they take my Muppets for it, it better be amazing. Amazing. 10 out of 10.
But we don't think that they will. So I don't want to like continue that rumor in a like to scare people. I don't like it. Yes. I don't think it's likely.
And to be
clear, they've got a whole area that barely gets any traffic.
Yeah, and there is no real internal, as far as I know, there's no strong internal rumor that they for sure have decided that it's the Muppets. The rumor that came out was that they were deciding between Animation Courtyard, or they were going to announce a location for it, but at the last minute they changed their mind and said that they're not going to announce a location for it at all.
Just in case?
With that being all that we have even heard from the rumor mill, there is no... To be clear, there is no practical reason to be worried about the Muppets. However, every D23, everyone who loves the Muppets gets scared out of their mind because
every year
it feels like a ticking time bomb and we're all worried. But yes, I was just making a joke. But it's
we
true.
Were all worried for the Country Bears too.
It's true.
Like they could revamp it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
I think the Muppets would be an easy one to revamp.
We've been saying they should just make Muppet Star Wars.
That's what I think. Yeah, because
that would be fun.
It would make everything make sense. The location of the Muppets is kind of its Achilles heel.
Yes,
because it's sandwiched in between a Star Wars ride and a Star Wars land, so that makes it a little bit further on the chopping block. You know what I mean?
Yes, absolutely.
So if they revamped it to be Star Wars, that would be great.
But also, Star Tours is not really part of the story of Galaxy's Edge, but they could obviously rework it easily to be part of the story. It's such a weird layout situation they have.
Just revamp it in a way that it's still the Muppets, and that's still a Muppets area.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
That would be cool. Have a Muppet Star Tours and... I don't know. Damn, that sounds fun.
I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, the Doors coaster is exciting. I also like that it's coming with its own little miniature Monstropolis land. That will be fun.
Yes.
The concept art also shows at least the facade of a Henryhausen's. Is that what it's called?
Yeah.
The sushi restaurant or the hibachi restaurant from the film. That would be really cool.
Oh, I think we're definitely getting that.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That would be awesome.
Henryhausen's. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah, yeah. I put that for my land announcement, which we'll get to later.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
No, that's okay. I have one for Universal too. Do you?
Tell me. I don't.
So
but I could come up with one, I guess.
So, Epic Universe opens next year.
Oh my
right?
gosh.
So I put Monsters Unchained. I don't know much about this, to be fair. So it could be terrible.
Too.
But it's the Frankenstein experiment where Victoria loses control of her experiments and unleashes Dracula, the Wolfman, the Mummy, the creature from the Black Lagoon, the brides of Dracula, and others terrifying beings on the unsuspecting and other terrifying beings on the unsuspecting guests. Yeah. So they're doing that, and they're doing the Curse of the Werewolf, which is described as a spinning family coaster. So, yeah.
Yeah, this is definitely mine too. I'm actually showing Morgan on screen right now. Universal released a preview of some of the animatronics
Oh
that
my
are
God,
going
that's
to
an
be
animatronic.
on this ride, and they look like people. They are unbelievably fluid.
Oh my God.
And I think this
Are you
ride,
sure that's an
oh,
animatronic?
oh yeah, I'm sure. And this ride is going to be an absolute game changer for Universal Studios. They have never incorporated animatronics into a ride in this convincing of a way at any park ever. And the last stab that
This is the
Universal
most
Studios,
realistic animatronic I've ever seen.
yeah, I had the same thought when I watched this. That's why I asked you if you'd seen this footage yesterday, because it truly blew my mind. The last stab that
Can you
Universal
send that to me?
yes, took at this was the Mummy ride, incorporating animatronics into rides, into roller coasters, and
Yeah.
this is a whole different ball
Yeah.
game from
Well,
that.
I guess I shouldn't be surprised because the raptor encounter is so realistic that I'm like scared to go over there and experience it myself. Because
Yeah.
I've seen video and I'm like, oh my gosh, that looks I can't even describe.
You should have seen us debate whether or not this was even a good idea for Morgan to
Yes.
do.
Yeah.
It was-
And then I was telling my dad about it and he was like, you're not gonna go because it looks like a real dinosaur. And I'm like, you don't get it. It moves like a real
triggers
dinosaur.
a primal fear within Morgan.
It like kind of like it jumps at you. It's like gives you jump scare, and
It's
I don't
designed
do
to
that.
startle you.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's spooky.
Ugh. So yeah, that ride, if I brave it, that's my Universal one.
Yeah, I can't help but agree. Obviously, with my
I can't believe those animatronics.
I
It's
know, right?
unbelievable.
Can't wait to post a TikTok of that side by side with your reaction to it. And it's so mind blowing.
Okay.
I will say, with my excitement for the Villains Land, I feel like we're about to have an emo goth like revival in
Yeah.
theme parks
Yeah.
with these like spooky themes and these roller coasters.
I feel like we should just jump down to land announcement
Let's
and then
do
back up because we're talking about them. Because I'm most excited land announcement for Disney is the Monsters Inc. land, which we just talked about. I don't even need to
Yes.
talk about that again because I am not only very excited for the roller coaster, but I'm very excited for the Harryhausen's.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
that would be amazing.
And then Dark Universe, which is this monsters land.
Yeah,
The old school Universal Monsters is the
yes.
one I'm looking forward to the most.
Me
for
too.
Universal.
I love the Universal Monsters. I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I have always been obsessed with the Universal Monsters.
Yeah, since you were a kid, huh?
Since I was a child, I was watching movies that were way too scary for me to be watching, and I was absolutely head over heels for the Beetlejuice Rock and Roll Graveyard Review, which featured all of the
That's it,
monsters.
rock and roll.
I know, it's like a long,
Yeah.
crazy name. But all of the Universal Monsters basically came out into the musical show, and I loved it. But the Universal Monsters, the makeup design, the gothic set design, all of that together has always been one of my favorite aesthetics. So the fact that we're getting it as a full theme park land is like, I can't even contain my excitement. I don't know if you've heard anything about like the set design stuff that they're doing for the land.
No.
The flaming windmill tavern thing that they have.
I mean, I have read a little bit when I get the travel agent emails, but I
Right.
haven't like looked into what the visuals look like too much because I kind of want to be surprised.
Yeah, I'm also
If I
trying
can-
to avoid some
If
stuff.
I can get the knowledge I need to be a good travel agent without seeing it so that I can see it.
It's
you
a
know what
fine
I mean?
line,
It is,
isn't
it
it?
is, yeah.
Yes, absolutely. But yes, suffice it to say, we are absolutely stoked for that portion of Epic Universe. Other stuff too, but like the Universal Monsters, they are so overdue for their own
Yes.
land. I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really exciting.
Did you have another land, or was that the one
That's
that
the
you...
land. That's
Yeah.
the one that I'm most excited for. Do you mean at Disney or at Universal?
Either. I know you said the Monsters Inc. Monstropolis mini land that they're doing. That is
If I had to
super
pick
exciting.
one, I know it's hard because Villains Land is very exciting too. I mean,
Totally.
it's all exciting. I don't even
We just don't know anything about that one yet, really.
right,
Yeah.
and I don't watch the Cars movies on repeat or anything, but
Yeah.
Cars Land in Disneyland is pretty amazing.
Right.
So we might get a very impressive land.
Elaborate.
You know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
have to love the movie franchise to love the land. I have found from Pandora. Thank you, Pandora.
We weren't even big, cover your ears, Star Wars fans. We weren't even big Star Wars fans, really.
Yeah.
But
Well, I like
Galaxies,
Star Wars way more than I like Avatar.
Avatar is a way better example. That is
Yeah.
so true. We don't care about Avatar.
I don't even want to see it. Like, I saw the last movie. I didn't love it.
I
Sorry,
never
guys.
even got around to it. And after hearing Morgan say,
It
I'm
was
like,
3 hours.
well, I'm probably never going to watch it then. Thanks. But that's a great
You can watch
example.
it. People like it.
Yes, people love it.
It's just not me.
But the land is amazing.
Yeah, the land is amazing.
I'm really excited for the Tropical Americas land. I would put Villains Land on here, but you know, the thing that I know about it is what I put for attraction. Which
Maybe
is
next
that,
year
right?
we'll have more information and
Probably.
I'll make your list next year. We should just do this same list every year.
Yeah, Tropical Americas though, from the new Indiana Jones ride.
So you don't mind the disjointed nature?
There is a little bit of a disjointed nature going on. I think the Tropical Americas theme is kind of enough to unite the different things.
Sure.
We will see how it flows
As
when
long
the land
as the Indiana
opens.
Jones story has a tropical Americas theme, which I guess it would have to.
Right, and they did say that they were crafting a new story for that attraction, specific for the land, not like any other Indiana Jones attraction anywhere in the world, which is what we were hoping for. Because
Yes.
what we were afraid was going to happen was they would copy and paste the Disneyland one.
A cookie cutter 30-year-old
Right.
ride. You don't cookie
But it's
cutter
the
a
same
30-year-old
ride system. So we were like, oh gosh, what if they just plopped
Yeah.
that on in there? But they're not. It's
They're
a new
not.
story. So I'm hoping that will help to marry things. The Encanto ride seems very exciting to me. I hope that is an absolute smash hit.
Me too.
And the carousel with the wood-carved Disney animal seems charming and like a good way to add some kinetic energy to the middle of the land in a fun way, which is what I believe they were trying to do with that Triceratops ride way back in the day.
Yeah, but I
Um,
like that they're doing a dark ride, which, you know, a ride that is good for kids and adults.
Mhm.
They don't have anything like that right now. It's either super little kid carnival type ride or thrill ride.
Dinosaur, Expedition Everest type,
Yes.
like really
Yeah.
intense rides. Sometimes we see really small children go on the dinosaur ride and we're like, oh boy,
Yeah.
hope they are
Ready?
strong of heart.
Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, between those, I can't tell which I'm more excited for because we don't know enough about villains, but I'm excited for Tropical Americas and the Dark Universe, Land of Epic Universe. I think everyone can agree is something definitely to be excited for.
Yeah. I'm more excited for that than the Mario Land, but that, you know.
Well, you've experienced the Mario Land.
Yeah, and it was amazing. I went to
Yes.
Universal Hollywood. They already have the Mario Land, and but this one's gonna be different, so I can't even.
Mm-hmm.
But it was very detailed, immersive, over the top, which is something that Universal does that I'm very impressed with. So, yeah,
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not saying I'm not excited for that. I think everything they put in there will probably be awesome.
Yeah, I definitely hope so. We shall see. It's really soon the Epic
Yeah.
Universe opens. All right, our next category on here to move things along is merchandise finds.
Mhm.
Have we come across any merchandise that we especially have been compelled by in the past year?
I have. Do you want me to?
Yeah, tell me.
So I haven't even gotten this yet. I'll put it on my Christmas list.
Tell me.
They at Trendy in Disney Springs.
Mhm.
And I posted this on Instagram a while back. You guys can look on Instagram if you want. But they made a V-neck soft spirit jersey.
Yeah.
And I am so here for that.
I
Because
remember
hate
you posting about it.
Yeah, I hate the feel of the normal spirit jerseys and like the heaviness.
Yeah.
So this seems like it'll be a lighter, more appropriate for Florida, more flattering option that I'm very excited for. Definitely going on my Christmas list.
Heck yeah.
I got a Villain Spirit jersey for my birthday that I am absolutely in love with. I'm in love with. I think it'll be perfect for when Villain's Land opens, as well as it
Yes.
was good for Halloween. Although, yeah,
Hot.
spirit jerseys are
Yeah, I think the most exciting thing about the lightweight Spirit jerseys is that we might actually get the chance to wear them.
Yeah.
Because in Florida, the standard heavy Spirit jerseys are definitely a little
And
incompatible with our climate.
Yeah, they're starting to do the Spirit jersey look on other things, like shirts and zip-up hoodies and stuff like that, which I think is really smart.
Right.
Anyway, what is yours?
This is something I found really recently. We have been looking for a while for a good way to take a piece of the dinosaur attraction home
Yeah.
because it will be closing soon. And I was there with my friend Tori recently, and we rode the attraction. And there in the gift shop, I finally found it. They have, I don't know if this was something they had before or something that they have have restocked now or something that they are reintroducing or whatever, but they are selling dinosaur time rover remote controlled miniatures
Aww.
that like roam around.
I think I have seen that.
Yeah, I think I have too. I feel like
We
seen
just
it in the
didn't
past.
really check out that shop as much because
Yeah.
but now that it's going.
Right.
Did you get one?
I did. I
Cute.
was like, well, I need to take a piece of dinosaur home, and I feel like this is a great thing to put on a shelf
I
to
agree.
like display.
Yeah.
And it's pretty small. It's not huge or anything, so it wasn't a huge commitment, and it wasn't that expensive. So I got it, and I'm just glad to have a piece of it before it goes away.
Yeah, and in 50 years, that'd be worth so much money.
I was thinking that. I was like, I bet people
This
are
is a
going to be
good
selling
investment.
this on eBay for
Even
like
not
a
50 years.
boatload.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's cool. So
Good.
next we have an entertainment announcement option.
Yes.
You want to go?
Yeah, sure.
We are going to have the same thing.
Definitely.
Oh.
We have been begging for a nighttime parade
Yep.
at the Magic Kingdom for, gosh, the past maybe decade.
Yeah.
And we are finally getting one in the form of something called Disney Starlight, which is
Yes.
going to be a nighttime parade with lighting effects that appears from concept art to be similar in theme to it's like the latest generation of the series of Main Street Electrical Parade, Spectro Magic. There's another one, Disney Light Magic, that was super briefly lived. The light up parades at night.
Yes.
We love them. We think they're magical and nostalgic and innovative and always
All the
fun.
feels.
Yeah, it's like a fireworks show, but in a million
your heart.
lights. In your heart. And the way that they announced it was by playing the Starlight, Starbright for Star to See Tonight song from that they played for Wishes, the Nighttime Spectacular. So that definitely pulled on some heartstrings as well.
Mhm.
I'm just so excited for finally to have a new nighttime parade.
We barely go to the park or to Magic Kingdom at night because of the horrific nature of having to get out of there, and this is going to change us.
It's true. We're going to have to brave it. We're going to have to figure it out. We're going to have to become the type of people that stay half an hour after everything is over just to let everybody leave.
Yeah.
You know, it's just maybe more than half an hour just to get everybody out of there.
We'll get some ice cream.
Yeah, we'll go to the Plaza ice cream shop. We'll get some ice cream and we'll record a video
Yeah.
while everyone's leaving. Sounds fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I am super stoked for this. They haven't released that much concept art, so we don't really know what to expect. But just the idea of having a nighttime parade alone is enough to get me super excited.
Yes. Oh, they've never failed a nighttime parade, so
Except for Light Magic. That was a categorical failure. We discussed it on this show one time in Disneyland.
Right. Remind me.
It was, they spent a bunch of money because they were going to retheme Tomorrowland and Disneyland to something called Tomorrowland 2070, whatever. And they developed this parade called Light Keepers. Then they canceled the Tomorrowland retheme for budget reasons, but they wanted to keep the fiber optic technology that was going into the parade, so they rethemed it to something called Light Magic, which was basically the story was that your favorite Disney characters are all in their pajamas, but the fairies are going to come wake them up with this like parade of light and magic. But it had a disastrous first preview. Everyone wanted their money back. They tried to retool the show. They were way over budget, and they ended up pulling it within like a year of its opening, I believe. So that is the exception to the rule, though.
Right.
Normally, they're turning
and not
out
something we actually experienced.
No. Yeah. Well documented, but not something we ever got to witness the crashing and burning of firsthand. Now, Disney parades normally, though, are smash successes.
Yes.
Like Paint the Night is soon to be returning to Disneyland, was a massive success. Everybody loved it.
Yeah.
And everyone loved it so much that now they're absolutely stoked for it to be coming back. And that is the type of parade that Disney is, I think, used to putting out.
Just the title is beautiful, Paint the Night.
I know, right?
Yeah, how could you not be excited for that?
Oh, yeah, I have yet to experience that one, but I would love to someday. And I'm glad that we're getting something in a similar vein on this coast.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was what you had too.
Yes.
Starlight, yeah. Oh my gosh, we're gonna live.
Yeah.
The next category is new discoveries. This is
the last category, right?
Yeah. I also had on here event experience.
Oh no, I missed
for
that.
like.
Oh yeah. I just didn't. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. For new discoveries, this is stuff that maybe has been open or maybe
New to us.
Yeah, new to us. That's a great way. This is the one that I put Velocicoaster under because Velocicoaster has been open for 2 years now, I want to say, but this was our first time.
Yeah, I have
experiencing
Velocicoaster as my universal option as well.
So did you have something in new discoveries?
I had a really hard time with this one because it's all the stuff that I mentioned. The only thing that I put a new love for Country Bears, the pretzel bread pudding. Also, we discovered the Italian quick serve pizza this year recently, like over the summer. That was a nice surprise that you can get a thick slice of pizza from the Italy Pavilion in Epcot and then go to a concert. We did. That's how it worked for us.
And that will probably be our go-to concert
food
in the future.
Yeah.
So yeah, Pizza Al Taglio definitely was a fun discovery. I loved that. Honestly, just about everything in Universal that
was new to
has been added since 1990 something is new to us because we have not been in forever. So it was really fun to ride things like they had made some changes to the Incredible Hulk. They had done they've replaced a bunch of rides and everything Harry Potter.
That's all new to us.
Is all new to us.
Or new to me. Was it new to you?
I had only ridden one thing on a previous trip, which was, we haven't done that yet. Escape from Gringotts, which is like a dark story coaster. We have not ridden that together yet. I really enjoyed that.
We're working our way through Universal.
Yes, we're working our way slowly but surely. But we have tried the what is that one called? The one in the castle.
Oh, the Forbidden Forest.
Yes, Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey. We got to try that, and we were very blown away by the...
I was very impressed.
Dark ride meets haunted house type of feel of that ride.
Clearly, it's not their e-ticket attraction because the line's not usually very long. Where we haven't been able to go on Hagrid's yet because we're like, do we have 3 hours to wait? We don't.
We don't. We never do.
Yeah.
But that was the only Harry Potter ride in the beginning of the Wizarding World, and it was an e-ticket massive experience.
Well, I thought it was cool. It was like a combination of Soarin' and a haunted house.
Yeah, it really has like a haunted house vibe and the practical set elements of it, and we thought that was...
Jake loves a practical set. I mean, I do too, but from a theater background, I feel like you're a little obsessed, right?
A little bit, yeah.
Like in a good way.
Yeah, I just love that you get so close to everything on that ride. Yeah. It feels unlike any other ride.
Yeah.
I loved it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that has all been very fun to discover.
Right.
And I will put on here for new discoveries, probably my favorite thing has just been consuming the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. Because on both sides of it, there are so many cool details, so many cool
intricate
hidden treasures and stuff, not just on the attractions, but in the shops and restaurants as well. It's been super fun to do all that stuff together.
Yes. So immersive. It's really mind-blowing.
Yeah, I know you're like, how has it taken you this long to get around to Harry Potter? We are Disney people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I felt like I was cheating.
It is funny because like we have been so loyal to the Disney brand. We've been so loyal.
Well, and it's not like we gave up Disney for Universal. No. Though, and we had people ask, they wanted information for both. I get it. You come here for vacation.
They're close.
You might want to do both. So here we are exploring.
And now we know.
I only feel a little guilty.
Yeah.
Disney's still getting my money. Don't worry.
I won't tell Mickey. Don't you worry.
Mickey needs to come up with a butterbeer.
Ooh, yeah. At least for the holiday season.
Something. Yeah.
That would be great if they could figure that out.
Actually, I mean, it'd be better for me not to be drinking these things on a regular occasion.
That's true, but it would be better for Disney to make more money.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think they should do some type of like frozen. Well, it doesn't have to be frozen. I like in butterbeer that you can have all three.
Multiple, yeah.
But just put a Mickey head in the foam, like the shape of Mickey
Yeah.
Mouse, and you're good to go.
I mean, change it a little, sure, make it tie into a story. I don't understand why they don't have a non-alcoholic signature drink.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I totally get it.
Yeah.
Some type of, maybe that's what they were trying to do with the LeFou brew.
Oh, maybe.
But it did not catch on in the
like
same way.
I get that that's like got a cult following for some people. You liked it, right? I don't like apple juice.
I don't like apple juice.
Okay, yeah. As an adult, apple juice feels like a 3-year-old thing to me. So
I just have never liked it. I don't know what it is, the taste of it.
It's apple juice.
It's just apple juice.
Yeah.
That's all it tastes like, too.
Right,
the
right.
drink. It doesn't really taste like apple juice.
Okay.
Not as fun as butterbeer. All right. So our last category was event experience. I think I can probably guess what you're going to say.
Yeah.
I did not get to experience any special events this year. I'm a busy boy.
Mm-hmm.
Not that Morgan is not. Morgan's a busy human as well. But you got to experience, on vacation, you got to experience Oogie Boogie Bash.
Yes.
And that is really cool.
Yes.
Just hearing about it made me excited to get to do it one day.
It was very exciting to get to do a new special ticketed event this year. It's probably the only one we'll do this year. These special ticketed events are getting very expensive. And this one was part of a family vacation that I went on with my extended family to Disneyland.
Yeah.
And was a Christmas gift from my parents. Thank you, parents.
Yeah.
So I'm so grateful to have gotten to experience that. Even though, if you listen to our comparison of Oogie Boogie to Not So Scary, if I had to do it like one or the other, my choice would be Not So Scary, which is nice for me since I live in Florida.
Convenient.
Yeah, but it was a great thing to experience. I do like the special ticketed events. There are some changes I would make if I was
ran the zoo.
If I ran the zoo. Yeah, I would love to do Jollywood again.
Yeah, I'm so tempted it's been 2 years now.
Yeah.
And both years I have been so close to pulling the trigger on going to Jollywood because there's Muppets present, there's Nightmare Before Christmas presents, there's so much stuff I love. But gosh, they are so expensive now.
If you decide you want to, let me know and I'll see about taking out a loan.
Ooh. Yeah, let me donate some blood real quick or something, and then
it's a little bit more expensive for pass holders. Not more, it's technically less, but like it doesn't count as a ticket for us because we already have tickets.
Right.
So it's a little harder when we're already giving our monthly amounts for our ongoing tickets to then spend more. Yeah.
Absolutely. I hope as Jingle. What's the name of that?
What?
The Hollywood Studios.
Jollywood.
I could not. Sorry,
I was like, where are you going?
Totally.
Because there's Jingle Bells, Jingle Bam, and I was like, is he going? Is he going to talk about the fireworks? Okay.
No, sorry, I just couldn't remember. Jollywood. I hope as it continues, they keep adding stuff, and by the time I get to it, it's going to be the best it's ever been.
Oh, got it.
You know?
Yeah.
That's my hope for it.
I also think it would be a great idea for them to do more of these events in other parks.
Yes, that would be really, really... We were discussing that at one point. That would be really, really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are adding new stuff to these events. So, like, Jollywood is getting a new ice skating show this year. I saw.
Really?
Yes.
Where?
In front of the Chinese Theater.
How?
I don't know. That's a question for them to answer. I have no idea. I'm just telling you what I saw in the concept art.
Wait. Hold on. They're going to put an ice skating type rink in front of the Chinese Theater?
I guess so. That's what they said.
There's not that much room there.
Yeah. It'll be interesting.
I can't even
imagine. You know where it's probably going to be? Where they used to put the Star Wars stage.
Yeah, but to do an ice skating show, you need, like, room for them to, like, get up to speed, to do a thing.
Yeah.
That's wild.
It'll be interesting. I'm sure we'll see.
Plus, it's so hot.
Yeah, it's probably not going to be real ice, I don't think.
Well, then it won't be ice skating. So you think it might be rollerblades designed to look like ice skating?
They can do ice skating on that artificial ice. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
There's like, it's not really plastic. It's like, they do this at like the state fair.
Really?
If you've ever seen an ice skating show at like a state fair, the rink is not real ice.
That makes sense because they've got ice skating shows on cruises.
Yeah, I don't know if those are real ice. I've never seen an ice skating
Seems like
show. No. Seems like it wouldn't be if I
Yeah.
had to guess.
Now that you've just opened my mind to this non-ice ice. Okay.
Yeah, I would assume that's what they're doing, but I don't know. All we have was concept art, so this will be the first year they do it.
Very interested. Oh,
Yes.
maybe we should go.
But see, the more that they add stuff, the more I'm like, oh, they're adding value at least.
Yeah.
That's nice. So anyway, that's the conclusion of our list. There's a lot of stuff that we've been super excited to try this year and that we will be excited to try in the new year.
Yeah.
So thanks for sticking with us throughout the year, and we hope that you continue the Neverland Navigation Radio journey with us in the future. If you would like to find us elsewhere, you can also join the journey on social media, where we're at Neverland Navco on Instagram and Twitter, and that's where you can find a bunch of the stuff that we've talked about posting in this episode, and B, Morgan's reaction video to seeing these amazing animatronics for the first time. I'm just kidding. Yeah. We would love to see you on there. Seriously, though. That would be awesome. We love seeing you guys in the comment section and following along the journey on socials as well.
Yeah, we appreciate it so much. We're so thankful.
I'm so thankful.
We also have an Etsy shop called Neverland Navigation on Etsy, where we do custom t-shirts. And most importantly, you get custom t-shirts from this shop if you let me help you book your travel. Not just to Disney, could be Universal, could be a cruise, could be whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just send me an email at neverlandnavigationco@gmail.com and we will discuss how I can help you and how you can help me.
Yeah. If this conversation has inspired you to come visit Jollywood Nights, maybe book tickets for Epic Universe, there's so many things up and coming right now. It is the perfect time to plan an Orlando vacation.
Yeah.
Or a cruise.
Or wherever.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, we're going to be very busy being excited for everything that's coming to the world of theme parks. So until next time, we will see you on our next adventure. Goodbye.